what is competition all about, what a multinational culture is all about. That was pretty alien to me sitting out of Kanpur. It would be false to say that anyway there was a mindset to maybe become a CEO of any business. So when I joined, I was very raw. I was one of the existing members who was leading that vertical, stepped out. I started leading that business. That helped us to transform the loss-making business in 2014-15 to a profitable business today. See, the key changes which happens, you were doing this for a while, and that's why you were nominated as a CEO. Today the market is booming. There are a lot of opportunities available, but you need. Thank you, everyone. This is Rajat Agarwal, CEO of Barista Coffee. I'm sure everybody would have touched upon and would have experienced Barista Coffee in their journey of life till now. We are a 23-year-old brand now, started in 2000. I was appointed as the CEO of Barista Coffee in early May 2022, and it's been a roller coaster ride of the last 5-6 years of me managing the business. So I'm sure that all the viewers here, everybody has a career to aspire for, and everybody thinks through that how do one really look at growing the career in long run. I was again, if I were to kind of relate 15 years back, I would have been that audience sitting across the table and then thinking it through. And that's how I also started my journey into the professional career. It was a very important decision to take coming out from a small town of Kanpur where the synergies and in terms of the various options which you can do post schools were very limited. And that's how the journey kind of to prosper and pursue the course of chartered accountancy came in. There were a few members in the family which had done CA in past, and there was always CA was an aspirational course at that point of time. That in 3.5 years, which was about 2005, which also included a fair bit of internship period as well. So that 3.5 years of journey, kind of coming out of the kid from school and looking at parallelly working around in a professional course, really teaches you a lot, because that's when you start engaging with the world, and that's what typically happened to us as well. So post my qualification in 2005, I EY in Bangalore was my first career choice. I joined EY, if I correctly remember, in 2006. I was there part of their assurance practice, spent about 2 years with them. And it was again, as I said, touched upon earlier as well, that the real engagement to a laptop started for me in 2006. So that 2 years was any which way very intriguing, really getting to know the real world. What is competition all about? What a multinational culture is all about. That was pretty alien to me sitting out of Kanpur. So that again was something really created that fire that if I have come out till here, I can really make it big. Though it would be false to say that anyway there was a mindset to maybe become a CEO of any business at a certain point of time, because I started with a consultancy firm, which is largely a partner-driven environment. COAs any which ways was a very far-fetched concept, or maybe even a thought to have at that point of time when I started my career. So spent good 2 years. There's a lot of learning, and something which has really imbibed and helped me grow till now is the continuous learning curve and that hunger to learn. Because I'm sure that a lot of viewers who are listening to this show, something which has to be with you in your entire career path is the respect of learning from others. I'm still a good learner. I still learn from even the junior most employee in the system to look at learning new things, and that is the trait which has continuously helped me to achieve a lot of things which I have done in my life. So when I joined, I was very raw. I was looking at managing projects, and again, as I said, I came from an audit background, came into a financial background. So the initial year of two was more to do in terms of learning the concepts, because that was something which is again an interesting thing which you have to learn when you change your profiles. Today, I have seen a lot of candidates which we hire. They come from a certain DNA. When you want adaptability is missing. I think one important aspect which I want to again touch upon is adaptability in an organization, and that is not a function which happens immediately. It is something which kind of happens over time. You will develop that network over time. You will develop that confidence of working over time. Your peer group or your senior management would get that desired confidence over time. It will not happen overnight. So I think in today's DNA, when I were to look at a lot of candidates who come from college, whom we go for campus interviews, the willingness to learn is secondary to they want to do a lot of things in a short span of time. So what I'm saying is that when you are looking at long-term career building, you have to take a bit of a long term view. You have to be more stable. Things will happen, things will do fall in place. The only thing is you have to give time to each of those aspects to fall in place. It will not fall in place overnight. When I was at Eva, I was part of the team. When I started my journey with GT, I was part of the team. But yes, for 5 years of me being in the system, me getting to know others, others getting to know me, I think that's where the journey really got transformed in terms of them developing that comfort. Yes, that this is somebody who can shoulder responsibilities, and those additional responsibilities are being given gradually to you. For 5 years of me starting with a team lead to a team leader was again an interesting journey with a lot of cross functional work which I did. I spent a lot of time on various industries. I did retail projects, I did NBFC projects, I did banking projects. So it was a complete gourmet of services and gourmet of sectors which I touched upon. And again, the learning in each of sectors in consulting is a gradual learning, because each sector has a certain prototype of the way the sector functions. And that again has helped me today to looking at business in a different lens, because that learning was something which helped me to really understand the flow of various businesses, how the senior management is thinking, how accurately what are they planning in their businesses, what a CEO of an organization thinks while he takes a call. So that was also because I was able to connect to the right set of people in the organization who helped me to really, who taught me some of the things which really helped me transform my career. Today, the market is booming. There are a lot of opportunities available, but you need to sense what is the right opportunity for you. There may be a lot of opportunities where I have seen a lot of people in my organization move through and they're still willing to come back. Because why? They were in a hurry to take that call, and when they realized that that call is not working from them because their DNA. What is long term career planning? Long term career planning is actually the DNA of both organization and the employee matching. Then only you can look at a long term career planning. And that is something which I see personally today. People who are coming at an early stage in any organization, they are not taking that vision. They are looking at more to look at gradual shifts than looking at career building. I think that is something which is an important aspect, which at least that's my go-to strategy when I look at taking my career calls. So when we took over the business of Barista in 2014, it needed a lot of transformational steps. And a very important aspect in terms of building a long-term business is to take the employees together. And that's precisely what our focus was. One was to build the organization, because whenever an organization is on up for sale, a lot of senior management is always on a sticky wicket, and that is something which we kind of gradually got all of them in place. So again, coming back to 2016-17, when I got this opportunity to look at handling a certain segment, leading a certain segment where there was a team, and that so happened that one of the existing members who was leading that vertical stepped out, and instead of getting a new fresh energy or new guy to lead, I started leading that business. I looked at reshuffling some of the organizational members, which I thought can be good from a business development perspective. And we put together a small team, started business development, putting together certain structure, putting together certain thoughts, and all my learnings in terms of really creating something which is value and of substance from a long run. That was something which was done, curated a small team. And today, if you were to see, we've not only grown as a business. Franchisee today is a very important part of our DNA. We do a lot of signups on a monthly basis. That's one of the mainstream focus areas as well as the business, and it really helped the business to sustain at that point of time. We wanted to grow fast, and this vertical gave us that additional edge to really run fast. One important aspect which I worked around with the team was in terms of managing and creating avenues for incremental business. Another was to look at how do we manage our cost better than what we were managing, looking at creating more opportunities for our employees to prosper. And also, as a team, one important aspect as a leader is taking the team together and giving them the right and opportunity for them to outshine as a leader. Those are the quick few things which we did right in our journey at Barista that helped us to transform the loss making business in 2014-15 to a profitable business today. Another thing which we have done really well over the last 4-5 years is mushroom the brands to more cities. We are just not a Delhi NCR or a metro brand today. We are equally penetrated into a tier 2 or a tier 3 or a non metro today. So, which again gives us an edge which others will take a lot of time to really get into deep into those markets. See, the key changes which happens, you were doing this for a while, and that's why you were nominated as a CEO. Not that it was one day the decision was taking to be a CEO, and then the responsibilities come in. You have to shoulder the responsibilities for a while. You have to be patient in your journey for that, and then only those transformation happens. And that was something. So it was not that it was something which was piddling around and overnight I was announced as a CEO. It was something you were working in that direction for 2 years, almost 2.5 years, in terms of handling various engagements, handling various departments, looking at contributing to the departments even which you are not handling. And I think that's where the transformation happened. The only way to grow an organization and to grow your team is to give that comfort that if you are responsible for something, you have to own that. So you have to look at creating leaders in them.
अगर आप इस टॉक के एंड तक पहुंच चुके हैं तो मैं आपको जोश टॉक्स का एक दूसरा रूप भी दिखाना चाहता हूं, जिससे मैं काफ़ी देर से जुड़ा हुआ हूं और मुझे बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद है कि वो क्या कर रहे हैं। जोश टॉक्स ने एक नया ऐप लॉन्च किया है जिसका नाम है जोश स्किल्स। अब वो नया नहीं रहा, काफ़ी टाइम से है, लाखों लोग उसको अब यूज़ करते हैं। और जोश स्किल्स पे आप अपनी ज़िंदगी के लिए कोर्सेज ढूंढ सकते हैं। वो कोर्स नहीं जो आपको फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, कॉमर्स, बिजनेस स्टडीज पढ़ाएंगे, वो कोर्सेज जो आपकी ज़िंदगी में आपको कैसे जीना चाहिए वो सिखाएंगे। मैंने खुद जोश स्किल्स पे बहुत सारे कोर्सेज बनाए हैं, पब्लिक स्पीकिंग पे, इमोशनल क्राइसिस कैसे हैंडल किया जाए, अपनी पर्सनालिटी कैसे डेवलप की जाए। हर एक कोर्स में डेली क्विजेज हैं, एक्सरसाइजेज हैं, एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत कम्युनिटी है जो आपको सपोर्ट करेगी, आपको इनकरेज करेगी। आज ही डाउनलोड करें जोश स्किल्स का ऐप और उनके कोर्सेज एक्सप्लोर करके अपनी ज़िंदगी को आगे बढ़ाएं।